Aloha mai kako. Today we're going to be talking about personal branding. So in this section, what we're going to do is talk about branding yourself. So here's some suggestions for success this semester, and actually for your whole life, is this course will provide useful information that is applicable to your daily life. Personal growth. Continual efforts to improve ourselves intellectually, morally, and physically. Take notes during the Flipgrid video posts and rewatch them. Restate key points in your own words. What makes you think, aha, wow, that makes sense? Each section will help you in building a professional portfolio for your future. Product brand. What it means is a brand is a name, a term, design, or symbol, or any other feature that identifies one seller's goods or services as distinct from those of other sellers. The brand purpose outlines why you exist. Your brand purpose is an idealistic view of who you are and want to become to your audience. Brand includes the feeling that consumers get when they use your products and services. Example, think about your favorite brand and what the brand promises to you. For example, if you're a Nike fan, the brand might represent athleticism, performance, strength, good health, and fun. Your brand promises something to consumers. So let's talk about personal brand. The personal brand is the process of developing a mark that is created around your name or your career. You use this mark to express and communicate your skills, personalities, and values. We all have the ability to brand and cultivate our power to stand out and be unique. This uniqueness draws people to you. Your personal brand should be about who you are and what you have to offer. So for example, you'll always see me in some type of native Hawaiian design. It's not aloha wear, it's native Hawaiian designs. I use many items that are created or designed by Kanaka Maoli or Hawaiian people. So whenever you see me, you'll see that I support our indigenous population. Personal branding. First of all, I want you to identify your uniqueness and your strengths. Remember, it's not about strengthening your weaknesses, but it's minimizing your weaknesses and enhancing your strengths. Think about the characteristic and strengths you've built in your career. If you're stuck thinking about that one thing that everyone says you rock at, if you're still stuck, ask other people. For example, one of my strengths is I'm really good at organizing people and administrating. The other thing you can do is use your Shapes personality and the Myers-Briggs description to help you. In those sections, they have all of your strengths in there. So you're going to identify your uniqueness and your strengths. Write down your answers to each of these groups. What brand do you present to, or what characteristics would you use to describe you, yourself? So in other words, what are some of your strengths? Or what do you present yourself? I'll give you time to write down some of your answers. You don't have to write down sentences. What I'd like you to do is just jot down some words. So for example, for myself, I'm detail-oriented, I'm process-oriented, I am introspective, things like that. What characteristics would your family use to describe you? How about your friends? What characteristics would your friends use to describe you? What characteristics would school use to describe you? So in this situation, your teachers, the faculty, fellow students, anyone that you would encounter on the school campus. Now think about what characteristics would your work use to describe you? If you don't work, then think about what about clubs or organizations or volunteer situations that you belong to. And now I want you to think about, is your brand consistent? Discussion. What's your online brand? This is different. So take a few minutes to Google your name. What appears? And then on the upper section, click on images to see what appears online about you. Here's one thing I want you to know, that if you have an online presence from all the way back to MySpace and any other things like that, you can never get rid of your online presence. Does anybody know how you can get rid of it? Right, you can't. The only way you can do it is to create positive images about you. So here again, is your brand consistent all across the board from yourself, your family, your work, school? What I want you to do is create a video on Flipgrid. And then what I want you to share is, do you have different brands depending on the person or place? Is your social media presence different on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat? One of the things that I want to share with you is to be careful with your online presence. Of what you did in your past during your youth is going to affect you in the future. Some businesses ask you in their presence to pull up your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Snapchat. Here's the thing. You can refuse to do that, but if that may be an opportunity that you're going to miss, that they can decide not to hire you based on your inability to share your personal social media or not. So that's it for today. And I look forward to seeing your Flipgrid. Okay, mahalo.